Wednesday, but it is Thursday because we've been doing live wires for the win every Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time. My name is Heather Boyd Wire. And yes, so on the Wire Lady TV live streams, we always troubleshoot new designs for different wire art and jewelry. So I had a request. I'm very sorry, I forget who requested it. Might have been Amanda. For animal skeletons. If it was you, comment below and let me know if it was you that requested the animal skeletons. And here are some like little pictures and stuff from Google that I'm going to try to replicate these in wire. And I will flip my screen and get started. So let's do that. There we go. Let me know if you guys can see my table. I'm going to come around and I'm going to pull it up on the computer too so I can see your comments and see what's going on. Our heat just came on, so it's a little bit loud, but that's okay. So let me just quit all my other browsers and open up the YouTube channel. So we are here. Turn off the sounds. Hi Mirta, how are you? Good, so I can see, everybody can see, and let's get started. So here are some images that I just searched on Google just to have a starting point for what to do with the skeleton, and we will go from there. So what am I going to try to do? I have a light here. I'm going to see if the light makes it any better as well. So let's just turn on the light, see if it's any better. Think it's a little better. What do you guys think? Is the light better? There's the light. Let me just see if we bring it up here. There's a bit of a delay with my thing. So there's light or no light. Let's see what it does with the no light. I think light's better. Let's put the light on. Good. So, okay. So now these are our sketches. I'm just going to, well, they're not sketches, they're Google image. So let me go ahead and try to do some sketches to have an idea how we're going to work out these designs. So this is like, I guess a lizard or something, but I think the person that requested this was thinking more in terms of like dogs and cats. And here's like a rat too, which is really, really cool. These are actual skeleton images. This one's not a skeleton. This is an armature for a sculpture. So that would be a good starting point to do the wire as well. So if we did, like here's a dog here. There's the dog and there's the cat. So let me know in the comments if I should do a dog or a cat. Hi, Sweet Craft. Better light. Awesome. Crazy old goat looks better. Nice. I have a book of skeletons of animals. Cool. I love the fish and the dragons. Awesome. So should I do the dog or the cat? Here's the dog. This one's the dog and this one's the cat. And there's a rat. So let me know in the comments which one I should do first, and then I'm going to get started with that. I'm just going to grab my wire. I'm just going to do them pretty small with 20 gauge wire. A dog. Okay, cool. So let's do the dog. Awesome. So here's the dog. So I will just do a quick little sketch to warm up. That's usually what I do. And then we go from there. So the skeletons I've done so far on my channel are more people skeletons, and they're very simplified. So like say we just do like kind of the shape. So there's, and then there's also like the teeth kind of thing, which make it more like dog-like, right? And this, I'm going to bring this down so you guys can see it. So this, there's that little, I'm not sure what that part of the dog is, but we want to keep it simple. So there's like the skull. So you want to do like a shape of the skull. And then there's like the neck bones. So the neck bones would be like, the vertebrae would be down like that type of thing. So we bring that down. And then we have this type of, I guess, scapula. I don't know my anatomy. I actually took a course in university, the anatomy for artists, but I have a terrible memory and I had to drop out of the class because I couldn't remember everything. So we've got to bring this one down here, and we're going to try to do like more like actual shapes. And then there's this like one here, and then it looks like there's like the toes type of thing. So we've got, I don't know how many toes there are, something like that. So we've got that. And then the other one too, there would be like another one, the same type of thing. If you guys don't already know, I love drawing. I'm actually doing a challenge on my art channel. Well, not on my channel, on my art group. That's Inktober, where you draw one thing from a theme every day for 30 days. You guys can look it up if you like drawing. It's Inktober. So I'm missing some comments. Hi, Casey. Cat Bat, too. Oh, I don't have time for all these. I'll do what I can. Hi, Black Yazuka. April. Hi, April. Sweetcraft, hello. And I said hello. And hi, Ellen. Awesome. So now, then we're going to have like the ribs. Okay, so I don't know how, I'm not going to be super accurate with the number of these things. But so these are like the ribs type of thing. This is what I call my warm-up for the for doing it actually in wire art. So this, when you do something like this, I could just do like little things like this. When you do sketches like this, it helps you just to warm up, to kind of imagine what you're going to do actually in wires. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So even if your sketch isn't perfect, it just warms you up. So it's always good to do a warm up with anything you do. So now this is the little pelvic bone, and then we're going to bring this one around, and so it looks like the leg goes kind of around like that, and this one too, around like that, and then this part of the leg goes back. Legs are always tricky, so this part of the leg goes back here. Again, not sure about my proportions. There's something else going on here. And then this one. And then again, sort of like the toes type of thing. And then this one, we'll bring this one around here and then down here and the toes. And then the tail can either go up or down. So the tail comes from here. And again, you've got the individual bones for the tail. Hands up if anybody has broken their tailbone. I broke my tailbone when I was a kid tobogganing. So there we go, doggy. So let's get some wire. And hi, Sabrina. And I'm going to get 20 gauge wire. We're going to see what we can do with this. I actually feel a little bit more intimidated by this project than I have by any of my other projects, because the idea is to do like a 3-dimensional thing. And I'm not 100% sure how I'm gonna do that, but I'm just gonna, as with anything, I'll just grab a big long piece of wire and I will troubleshoot. You know, sometimes these things work, sometimes they don't work. There's not too much I can do about that. And now I'm gonna try to keep my hands under here too. I should probably put next time I'm gonna put my camera a little bit higher so we have a better view of my hands. So now I will get some pliers, and I think I want to start with, I'm just thinking out loud here, if I want to start at one end and then go through, I think I'm going to just I'll start with the head bone. And if I miss your comments while I'm working, I will try to go back, or if I totally miss your comment and you need to ask me something, you can re-ask the question. So we're going to go around here, and if you guys don't already know, we are doing a reality show on my channel called Live Wires for the Win, where it's a weekly themes competitions where wire artists and jewelry makers make different things based on themes. And we are going into week 3. So we've done week 1, week 2. Sabrina was in the challenge. She did amazing. Sadly, Sabrina had to go home this week, but you can still see Sabrina's work in the Wire Makers Club on Facebook, and also her artwork in the Heather Boyd art groups. So so that's super fun. I love when you guys share your work. It's just really inspiring. So here's the head bone skull, and then we're going to bring this one around and do some kind of teeth thing, because that's part of what makes it look like the dog. So if we bring this one down here and figure out what we want to do for the teeth. So I could do like little twirls. I can maybe get my sharper ones here. Yeah, 3D is tricky, that's for sure. So now we're going to take this, and I think I'm going to keep this super simple for now because this is my first prototype. So if it's doesn't work, it's really not a big deal. So these, see, these teeth are probably like totally out of proportion too, but it's all right. We're just going to play with it. We're going to bring this one down, and then we want to, whoops, follow those again. So we're going to take this one here, and somebody had asked me to do the animal skeletons, and sadly I forget who it was. So like I said, if it was you, comment in the comments here or in the replay, and we're going to bring this one down. So that looks kind of kooky, but I'm just going to keep it like that to keep it simple. I'm wondering if these should almost go on top of each other to make them more like, yeah, if I kind of twist that a little bit too. I just don't want to break it. I like the idea of making it slightly three-dimensional, so we're going to do that. And then I'm going to bring this back. So we have what looks like a bit of a funky skull here. And I'm just going to look at the picture to see how that will work. We have to bring this up, sort of like the chin type area. And I'm not going to put too much detail in this. I'm going to bring this straight up, and I'm going to bring this one, looks like it comes down and out. And then we're going to bring this one maybe a little bit more over here. Just going to bring this one a little bit further over and up. So there we have very simplified doggy skull. There we go. I wish I could make a 3D one. Well, we're going to see how the 3D goes. It might work, also might not work. So we're going to do this. Now, question of the day, how do I want to do the vertebrae? Because we could, I like the idea of having them like more round-ish. So if we twist this one around here, I'm going to bring this one here, and I'm just going to go for it because that's what I do. And we're going to take this one around here, make they almost are sort of like triangular a little bit. Because the other thing I could do is go, let me try something, because I could like do a kind of full circle, but I also could do something like this. So I'm going to just try this. If it doesn't work, I can pull it back as long as I don't damage the wire too much. And then say we bring this one around here. I'm going to bring this on top. So we're going to bring that one around here. So what I was thinking was maybe to do like this type of thing and then bring this one out that way. And then it does kind of look like individual pieces. So let's try that. Let's just see how that's going to work. At least for this one, I can always do the other one another way. So we have about, looks like there's about 5 vertebrae there possibly. So let's do one. I kind of want to make them like not consistent looking, but when it's so small, we're a little bit restricted to what kind of shapes we can do. So let's just get the design down, and then you could do any kind of permutations of that after. So, and I also don't want to go too big. I think I'm only going to be able to fit 4. So let's try that. And we're going to take this one and just bring that one around here. What we're trying to do are these individual vertebrae. So I think it's going to work. So we've got that, and so we've got that one, and then we're just going to hold it. I actually like this technique as a technique. So we're going to just bring this one back. I'm not even twisting it. I'm just giving it like a single like flip back. So let's do another one and see what we're going to come up with. We're going to take this, bring this one around, and again, bring it back. And if some are bigger, some are smaller, it's okay. If it's getting warped out of place, just one of my little hacks is just start the bend with the pliers, and then you're going to bring it back. So now we're going to bring it back. Oh, it got a little small, but I kind of like when they get distorted. It looks a little more artistic. So let me move some of these out of the way and do another one. So there we go. Mark's over there in the corner making bicycles. Nice, Mark. He can't hear me. He's got his headphones on. But we work at home. We have a business making wire wedding cake toppers and jewelry. And my husband makes little wire bicycles. So that's what he's doing right now. So there's our little vertebrae. Let's see size-wise how that's going to go. So this shape, we have to bring it down. Yeah, that's going to be long enough. That's almost too long. He's going to have a really long neck. But what can we do? So now we're going to take this and we have to make some kind of scapula thing. I think I will run out of wire, but c'est la vie. So we're going to take this one down. Okay, this, so you see this is where we're going with this. I'm not really following an actual like size thing, but I'm trying to follow that pattern. I think his neck may be too long, but that's what we're gonna go with that. So now let us take this and try to build the body. So now what I'm gonna do is take this. I'm just thinking out loud. What if I did it the same way? I mean, we could try that. So if we did it the same way, the first bone would be like that and around, and then the second bone would kind of curve around. This is probably going to be so out of proportion, but I'm not going to worry about it. And then this one comes down and it kind of comes down, and then the leg here again. Let's see. This is going to be really tall, but that's okay. So now the leg, we're going to do like that. And then this one, let's see, like that one, down. And then this one has to be quite small. So we're going to bring that one out here. And then the toes. And the toes, I was thinking maybe I could do them as I did the human skeleton, where I'm going to take that and I'm going to bend it back on itself. And I don't want to do too many twists. I'm going to run out of wire. So I'm going to take this one here. Hi, No. Hello. Hi, Bernice. Nice. So now we're going to, I'll peek at your comments now and then, but I'm going to be pretty occupied trying to figure out this skeleton. So they're going to end up looking a bit like chicken feet, which is not ideal, but let's see what we can do about that. So I'm going to bring that one out and out. Yeah, I don't want to put too many. I might even just do 2 so they don't look, although usually the dog would have 3. Let me just see. I could do another one, I guess. Let's see. I'm really worried I'm going to run out of wire, but we're just going to add wire as we go, because otherwise I'm going to have to like have a huge piece of wire and I'm going to run out. So there is that one. And we might only get one skeleton done today, but we're going to see how it goes. We're going to bring this one up here. And then now we want to somewhat do the same thing we did before. So we're going to bring this one out and in. And so we're going to take this and do the same thing where we hold it and bend it back, just to make that little attachment there. And then we're going to bring it up and do the same thing here. And I actually might make the other bones in a different manner, depending on if I think of a better way to do it, because right now I'm just troubleshooting to see how we can make it look 3-dimensional and somewhat convincing. So there's that one. And then here, we're going to bring it up here. And we want to give the bone a little bit of shape too. So I'm going to actually curve it around. This one I should have curved a little more too. So we're going to curve that one around, and then again, we need to make some kind of attachment for it. So we're going to bring it here, and then we're going to, if you need help with that, you can do that. Yeah. I've been told I say "and then" far too often, so I should try to curb my speech, but it's colloquial, so I can't really do much about that right now. So in editing, I can do that. Like when we do the live wires for the win, when we do the judging, I edit the video because we do it live on Zoom, and then I edit it, and it's incredible how often we say or like, and I try to edit it out of the video, but it's not always easy because unless you're a professional public speaker, it's hard to have perfect speech. So there's one leg, which is kind of cool. And then the other leg, we just would have to go up and then go over to the other side, I believe. So there's that one. I'm going to bring it up here. And this one's just going to stay there for now because I'm not quite sure what to do with it. So then we're going to bring this one up to do so there's one leg. Now we're going to do the other leg and bring it out. So we're going to bring this one out here, and I will, let me think, I'm going to bring this one here. I'm actually going to just bring this one here. I'm going to give it a twist around the backbone. So again, I'm going to help it with my pliers, and we're going to bring it over here. And then basically, I kind of want to repeat that same thing I did here. This dog might have very long legs, but even if it's out of proportion, I really don't mind. I just want it to work. So we're going to bring this one around here and bring this one down here. And we're going to do the same thing we did on that side. So let's go ahead. I'm going to flip it over so I can access it. And I might have to add another wire for the other side, like the back legs, but so far it's okay. So this is a little easier because we can just follow the shapes we did previously. So that's a plus. We're going to bring that one here, and also that way you get them the same size. So we're just going to bring that one around, bring that one down, and then we can do the feet. So around here, and then bring the toe out here, and we are just going to form the toes. So in we go. We're going to do that and bring this one up, and we're going to do 3 toes. I've already decided that. So all the decisions were made during the first leg, so now it's just a matter of repeating that for the second leg. And I think I'll do the dog, and then if I have time, I'll do the rat, because I have a friend in France who has rats as pets, lots of rats, and it would be fun to make one for him. So there we go. We're going to bring this one up here, and then bring this one in and out. So bring that one in. And did I twist that one there? Yep. So I got bring that one in and then out. And then I'm going to bring it over and twist it. So bring around here. Okay. Actually, I brought it to the inside before. So let's do that. Bring that one in. And there we go. Oops, getting it stuck in my hair. I'm due for a haircut. I have to go for a haircut soon, on my birthday, maybe around my birthday, which is in November. So we're just going to do that and bring that one over there and give that a little pinch. So let's go back the way we came and do our connections between the bones. We're going to bring this one down here, bring it out. And maybe next time for the rat, I'll try to simplify it a little bit. This one has a lot of steps to it, but we're going to see. So we've got that one, and then it's good when it goes a little beyond there. It just gives it a little impression of a joint, and we're going to bring that one around here. And then we want to do this one here. So again, we're going to go into the inside. And I'm going to, I can make one leg in a year. I know, at this rate, we might have it done by Christmas. So there we go. Okay, we're gonna have that, bring that one around here and give it a good little pinch. And then we wanna bring it up to the next joint. So again, you can go beyond where that is. We're gonna bring that one here, curve it around, and then we have one more. So we are going to take this one on here. I'm not worried too much if it's like the same direction, back and forth direction as the other leg. We're just going to, we just want to get her done. So we're going to bring this one here, put that one in there, and then now we want to bring it up. Again, we can go beyond there a little bit and curve it up. Okay, so we've got the legs. They're looking pretty good, guys. They're not awful. And I'm going to give that a twist around here so it stays. And then I think we're going to do the same thing with the backbone. I think I might add another wire for the rib cage because I just have a feeling I'm going to run out of wires. So let's go ahead and do some of the vertebrae here. We're going to do the same thing where we just bring it down. Actually, why don't we try it a different way? Because these vertebrae look like they're a little closer together. So what if we just do this way? I'm just going to try something different because it's always good to try something different. So if we bring this one here, so you see that idea to do it that way, but then what if we just bring it this way, and then I'm just going to see how this works. So if we do, try to keep these like, I don't want them circular. I don't want them circular, but I also don't want to do them the same way I did the other ones. So I'm trying to do like sort of oval shapes. Kind of reminds me of like infinity signs. And I'm not going to worry too much about them being equal. I really don't want them to be too geometrical. I'm trying to make them slightly like more organic shapes, like almost like kidney shape or something, just so they're, I don't want these perfect shapes because in nature things are more like organic and not abstract, but just not geometrical and square type of thing. So this is working pretty good for the backbone. I like it. We're going to bring this one around here. I'm even making it slightly crooked, which is maybe not the best thing. That's a little too abstract now. A little too organic now. He's got scoliosis, which is very sad. So I am going to be very careful with this doggy to straighten up his spine a little bit if I can. So let's just bring this one around and try to make it look somewhat realistic, but also somewhat artistic. Crazy old goat. Looking good, thank you. So now we're getting there. It's quite a long rib cage, so I think I'm gonna have to keep going for a little bit. And I will definitely be adding some wire because so far I can see that I'm going to be running out of wire. Yeah, these maybe should be more straight, but I don't mind that the shapes themselves are very organic. So I should have lined up the vertebrae a little better. But as for the shapes of the vertebrae, I'm happy with them. I like them. So you kind of want to have like a little, like I said, a little kidney shape to them. I'm going to be careful not to break my wire because if you pinch it too much, it can snap. So that's an issue because I know with our aluminum wire that we use for our jewelry and sculptures, like if you pinch it too many times, if you pinch it too hard, it'll snap because aluminum wire is quite a bit more fragile than the copper wires. So you just have to be careful. So now let's just bring this one around and then pretty soon I'll check and see how long this should be, because then I'm going to want to start the other legs. I think there's no real shortcut around this. I mean, I could make a super simple skeleton as well, more like I did with the human skeleton for the little earrings, but just for the sake of trying something new, I'm going to do it this way, and then we can, maybe if we do the rat, we can do it more simple. But for now, I don't mind this. So now, Heather's creations are perfect. Mine, perfectly imperfect is good, and mine are definitely not perfect. So now, looks like proportion-wise, it's still going to have to be a little bit longer. It's, yeah, very, very messy there, but that's okay. I really don't mind. So we're going to just, maybe I can, should have started maybe making these a little bigger so they will take up more space, but I will definitely have to add more wire because, and I hope it doesn't become too wobbly with the added wire. That's the only issue. When you add wire, you have to really find a way to add it so it's very stable. So that will be the issue when we add wire to this, how to do it in a way that it's actually gonna not be wobbly. So we'll see. And we're gonna bring this one around, and maybe what I could do after the fact is I'll do a template with a little more detailed drawing. So you guys, it's kind of hard to see on these live streams because, you know, the camera isn't as clear as with my DSLR camera, and the lighting's not the best and all that type of thing, but I'll try to draw it out so you guys can see how it looks. So now this is what we have so far. This, yeah, it's definitely messy, maybe not the best option for that backbone, but it's okay for now. So here's the picture. Proportion wise, it's like we're not following that one anyways, but I think proportion wise it's not bad. So now what we would want to start doing the legs off there, but we're gonna have to add some wire, and maybe I could just deal with this and make it into the like the tail or something. So why don't we do just a couple of more, and then I think I'm just going to turn that end into the tail, and that we might be able to add a wire in that way that it'll be more stable. So we're going to see. So I'm just going to bring that one here, make these a little bit smaller. There we go. I'm going to bring that one out. Okay, I'm going to bring that one out here. Perfect. So let's get some more wire. I'm going to grab a sip of water. And quite a long piece, I think. Maybe a really long piece. I'm not sure how long. Okay, so, and this, if you're wondering, is 20 gauge wire. So there we go. And what I want to do is, well, this actually might even be too long now, but yeah, it might be too long because for the legs, it might be too long. I wonder if it would be easier to make the legs before I do that. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm just thinking out loud here. So I'm gonna like leave that one about that much. I'm gonna take this. I am going to twist this around here. So there's that. And then what we want to do is I'm going to have to twist it around in another place because otherwise this is going to flip all over the place. So I'm going to also twist it around that one here. So it's a bit of a mess, but that's okay. So we're going to bring that one there. And from here, I'm going to start to form the leg, the back leg. So now let's put that one over there. We're going to take this and bring it back here. And then we're going to form the legs. I'm just comparing them to the other one. So we'll take this from here, and I'm going to bring this one out here. So that, and curl it around. I'm really a little worried about these not being big enough, but I'm gonna roll that one up a bit. Okay, so we've got that around here, and from here, I will do what looks like a bone around here. I think we're just gonna do it the same way I did the other one. So, you're so underrated. That's a funny expression. I've had people say that before. I don't really understand it, but I think it's a compliment, so thank you. So now we're gonna take this one around here, and we are going to, I think the legs are gonna be too long, but I'll try to, we'll see. Or it might be too long. That's okay. So we're gonna bring this one here and down, and then the feet. So we're gonna do that one here and here and that way. So now for the toes, we're just gonna bring that one out, and we'll do the toes the same way we did before. These legs actually might be too short after all, so we'll see. So we're gonna bring that one here and up here and then down and then across, flip it over. It's hard working with such large, long pieces of wire because they get tangled up, they get in the way, especially under the camera. It's a little bit hard to stay underneath the camera and not hit the camera too. So I'm actually filming on my iPad, which seems to work better than I tried to stream on my camera. I had a lot of technical issues, so this is so far the best way I've found. It's slightly better quality than my iPod, and definitely technically more easy than using my camera. So there is that foot, and we're just going to check it with that one. So then we want to make sort of the back of it. Here, we're going to bring that one back and around. So that's our foot so far. Looks slightly chicken-like, but that's okay. That's the nature of that type of, like the bones, you know, you can't do much about that. So now we're going to bring this up to form the rest of the leg and try to curve it out a little bit. I think it's better when it's slightly curved out. And then we need to make some kind of joint in here. So we're going to bring this one over here. Oh, I like it when it's more exaggerated. I think it looks better. So we're going to bring this one around here. And then I like this technique of doing the bones and the joints. I think it works pretty well. So now we're going to take this and bring it, curve it out. It's nice when there's a bit of a curve. And then bring that one in here. So that one comes in here. Bring that one around here. And I'm going to bring that one in and out, in and out. The second one should be easier because we will have established the size. It's not too bad. So now here, and then we want to also do the rest of that bone kind of area. So actually that should have gone more on top, but can't do much about that. So we're going to bring this one back around here. Oops, no, I didn't do it high enough. So open that up a little bit more. So we're going to do up here and that way. So there's the back leg. And we're going to bring this one over here. And there's it looks like it's got like a little bit of kind of extra bone going on there. Get that curved out a little bit. And so we're going to take it, kind of looks like a bike seat. That's interesting. So now we're going to take this and bring that up. Okay, so there's, no, that's too exaggerated. It's my picture that I exaggerated. So let's fix that. My picture was way too exaggerated. So it does not look like a bike seat in reality. That's just my drawing. So now we're going to take that, bring it back and up. Okay, so there's the back leg. And then we need to bring it around here and then bring it over to the other side. So I'm gonna wind it around. I think I'm slightly worried this is not gonna be the right. So I'm actually gonna use the longer wire for that because this wire is definitely not gonna be long enough to make that leg. So it's okay, because what I'm gonna do is take this and form these funny little bones on the tail. So what we can do for that, this is too long, I think. I don't know. No, I don't want to cut it. I don't want to run out of wire. So now I am going to try to make a kind of a tailbone thing by winding that around like a spring. So let's do that. So we're going to take this. There's my phone. I'm going to ignore that. So let's take this and go around. And I think what if we do like a little, I'm gonna get another piece of wire just to hold some space. Let me get a piece of my larger wire. Okay, there's our larger wire. So I'm gonna put that in there just to hold some space. Okay. Oh, they didn't leave a message, so it wasn't important. So now we are going to hold that just because we want one wind to be bigger and one wind to be smaller. So I'm going to hold this here and then I'm going to bend it around the next one. Let's see if that's going to work. Okay, so we've got that one. Oh, this should work. I've done other designs like this too. We'll see if it's going to work. And then I'm going to go around both wires. Okay. And then one wire. Might end up being a little too big. I'm gonna actually remove this one and put a smaller wire there. I think that's too big. So let's get a smaller wire. I'll use the 20 gauge wire. The other one was like, sorry, like 16 gauge wire. So let's stick this 20 gauge wire in there. Let's try that. So we've gone around one and then around the two and then just slide it in between and do one. It's just like kind of wire weaving. I'm not a wire weaver, but if I was, this is what I'd be doing. So now we're gonna bring this one around here, between here and then here and then here. We're just gonna work our way all the way down the tail. I like this idea. I think it's working. So we're gonna go down and then when we get towards the end of the tail, maybe we'll just remove the 20 gauge wire. Maybe we'll do one more. Actually, we could go like that. And then if we remove it, if we can remove it without hurting ourselves. So we're gonna take this and pull it out. Yep. Perfect. So now, see how it makes a nice little variety of lines, even though they're super crooked. And then now we're gonna just like take that one and we'll just space out the rest of them. And how big does our tail have to be? That's what we wanna see. That's kind of long for a tail. So I think we're good to stop. So I'm actually going to clip that one. Okay, we're gonna just clip it there. And then I'm gonna pinch it in and we're going to figure out how long we want this to be. Yeah, I could have gone thinner with the wire for the tail, but you get the idea, and maybe we can squeeze these in a bit. Yeah, they ended up being like, I shouldn't have used that thicker wire. I think it's better with a thinner wire. So we'll just squeeze them in because they do seem a little bit thick, a little wide, because the tail bones are much thinner. So I'm just trying to squeeze them a bit, pinch them in. So that's a little better. There we go. Okay, I think that's okay. Sorry, I've got a dry throat now. Have some water. So now if we just bring this one around here, that would be the tail. So at this point you can pinch this one in so it holds in place, and then you can just clip this off. You can just clip this little end off. There we go. So that's the tail. That looks really, really cool. And I am going to do the back legs. So we're getting there, guys. It's definitely getting there. Let me know if you've fallen asleep. And I'm gonna bring this one around here. And I probably should have maybe made it a little wider, so because we want them to stick out to be 3D. So that's, I'm just learning that maybe next time I would have made that a little bit bigger. So we're gonna bring that one around here. And that one, it's okay. So I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna follow these lines now. Hi, Rhonda. Very cool, thank you. So now we're going to bring this one around here and around here. That's what I love about these live streams. You know, I've never made this before, so it's kind of fun just to try it. And you never have anything to lose because we always learn something in the process. Like so far, I really like the tail. I really like these vertebrae, and these ones aren't too bad either. They're a little messy. So I'm going to, now I'm just seeing, okay, I'm just seeing I should, I'm gonna backtrack because I wanna follow pretty well exactly what I did on the other side. So I have the same type of bend. So I'm actually gonna bring this one over here and then come down that way. So it's gonna be a little crinkled, but that's okay. So I'm gonna follow the same line that I did the first time. So around here, bring it around. So I want them to be symmetrical. So we're gonna take this one out, down, out, and down. Okay, and then this one, I'm gonna follow that side, so down there, and follow that one, that, and then the toes. So now we'll do the toes. Get over there, and just check them. Yeah, I'm gonna bring that one over a bit. So there. We'll do the toes. We're gonna do 3 toes. And another one. The wires are getting a little tangled up. Over here. Yeah, we'll see if we can actually do a simpler one after, but we might run out of time. So I usually the live streams go about an hour. So if we run out of time, I'll do one another time. So we're gonna at least finish the dog, that's for sure. So now we're going to take this one, form the other toe. Let me know if I keep going off the screen. So we're gonna bring this one up and this way and that way. Okay, so there's the foot. This is getting in the way. Okay, so now we're gonna bend that how we did before. We're gonna take this, bend it over here, and form the leg bones. So we're gonna bring this one here, hold it, bend it in and curve it with your finger. And then bend that one over to the outside, flip it, and bend this wire over here and straighten it out a bit. Take this one, bring it in and curve it. And then this way. I'm gonna curve it a little bit more. Take that one, bring it over here. And we're just gonna follow the other shape from the other side. So bring that in. We want to give the impression of like little joints. And we're just going to follow this one. We can line them up to follow it there. And straight up. So I'm wondering, maybe we could bring this wire back. This looks really good, guys. Look at that. It looks awesome. I like it. So now, has my chat froze? I don't know. I can see your comment, Bernice. Maybe the chat's frozen. I don't know. I really don't know. Thank you. Thank you so much. So now we're going to take this one up here. What I'm wondering is like, yeah, you know what I could have done? Okay, I'm going to show you because I'm not going to redo it. But if we had done the backbone just like that with one wire, and then like that with the other wire, oopsies, I could have taken this wire and wound it back, like might have worked well, but because I have so much wire on there, I'm not sure if I want to do that because it's going to make a bit of a mess. So imagine you could do that. You can go back that way. But what I'm going to do, because I don't really have enough wire to do that, I'm just going to wind this around and finish it off. So let's just take this. We're going to give it a good clip. But that would have been a cool option to be able to backtrack that way. So we've just clipped that one off. But now the question is, how do we make the rib cage? This is awesome. I really like it. Might have to fix the position of the legs a little bit, but I like the way it looks so far. So now the rib cage is the question. Let me think about that, because the ribs would go out and around type of thing. So let me just do this. They would like come out around, and I don't know if they're actually attached in the middle, because usually there's a sternum in the middle where they're all attached. So I'm assuming that there's some kind of sternum in the middle, so they're all attached. So I'm just gonna look up dog skeleton right now quickly, skeleton, and just see if I could see a better picture of what it looks like. No, I don't know. Are they loose? Who knows about anatomy? Are the dog bones loose at the bottom, or are they attached? I think they're attached. They look like they're attached. I really don't know. I'm going to attach them, I think. So let me just bring this one around. And like as for shape too, I'm not even sure what kind of shape they should be. But maybe we should just kind of go around, like make some kind of shape like that. Let's just try it. Let's just see what we're going to do. I think they're attached, eh? Okay, so what if we like brought that one around like that? But maybe it should go underneath. I think it has to go underneath the backbone. So let's bring that one around here. Because that's like, what if we did something like that? But then we will also want them somewhat like separate. So I'm just going to play with this for now. I can always add a different wire. But the idea would be to kind of take this around and then maybe add another wire after type of thing. Like you could just kind of bring it around here. And the other thing I could do is try something with this wire and then attach it. So let me just grab a sip of water. Because, let me just think for a second. I'm going to bring this one here. And if we took this, brought them up and down and up and down. Let me just think. Then they're going to be attached that way. I'm looking at another diagram to be sure. Here, this one's not too bad. Yeah, it looks like they're all, and they all kind of like go in through, they might go even into those things. Wouldn't that be interesting? If they went inside those bones that they look kind of like, yeah, I see now. I should have maybe done a more like up and down thing with the backbone, but we might be able to do something like this where we go in and out. I'm gonna just play with this for a second. And let me just bring this, I have a picture here I'm looking at of a diagram. So I'm just going to like bring the chat back and open up the picture so I can see it. Because right now I'm having a little trouble figuring out how it looks. Screen says looks good, thank you. So now I am going to, sorry guys, I'm my brain froze. That's the issue. My brain is frozen. So what if we had like even a separate wire? So let me take another wire just for a sec. I'm just gonna try something. Okay, so there we go. Ooh, I got a box in the mail. Oh, interesting. I know what that is. Okay, I bought a gift for my parents because it's their anniversary. So I bought two and I'm gonna see which one I like better. So now we're gonna take this and bring this one around here. So this would be one way to attach these ones, and then you bring this one up. Let's see if this is gonna work. I don't know how far out the dog's ribs go, to tell you the truth. I'm gonna remove this wire for now, not cut it, but just like stick it out of there. And what if we took one of these wires, probably the longer one, and put it through one of these. There you go, get in there, you. I think I'm making this more complicated than it needs to be, but we can try it. So what if we did like that type of thing? I'm not sure how big to make it though. And then around here. Yeah, I think it would be much better if I had, yeah, I'm gonna do something else. That's gonna get really, really, really difficult. So we're gonna take this one, bring it around, and I'm just gonna try this for now. And then we'll see if we can attach it. So if we start here, don't want it too big because it gets smaller and bigger. So we're gonna take this and hold this in place and then wind it around here. Maybe just one time, I guess. And I guess if I had something that was the proper shape for this, it would make it much easier. Or a cone. It would get bigger and smaller. I think I'm gonna freeform it though, because I don't really want it. Okay, we're gonna make this a little bigger every time. And then we're gonna make it a little smaller. So we're gonna bring this one around here. Oof, yeah, okay. If I had a shape to trace, it would have been better. So we're gonna bring this one around here. And then maybe I'll start making it smaller. Okay. And as always in these live streams, you can take like anything I do and make it your own. Like just figure it out, do something a little different, and see what you come up with. Because right now I'm trying to do like a backbone type, like a ribs that are attached to another wire. So we're gonna see if it's actually going to work. And these now have to get smaller. So my shapes are like totally off, and now I'm running out of wires. So we're just gonna keep making these a little smaller and we might be able to get one more out of it. So around here, maybe one more. And we're going to cut that off here. So I can just minimize that. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Escape. Made my thing full screen, which I did not want to do. So now let us, Oh, my finger just froze. Whoa, there we go. Okay, so let's do that. And clip that. So now, there we go. So this is sort of the idea. Not super well proportioned. And I want them more like oval shape, so that's not too bad. You can always kind of like individually go through and squish them down a little bit if you want. So we can, yeah, kind of squeeze them down so they're more oval, because we want them to look like not circular, but more oval. So this is what I have so far. I don't know if it's gonna work. Yeah, I like it. So now what we want to do is make sure we have enough ribs. I mean, it's stylized, right? So let's just take this under here. Bring this one here. Yeah, so we actually, oh, I like that. So now we should have maybe made one a little smaller though up here, because it gets like large in the middle. I have way too many ribs. It gets large in the middle and then smaller. So let's just make one more small one. Yeah, keep in mind you should probably do less ribs than this, but I'm gonna do one more little small one just to represent it getting smaller, because I can't really unwind that one that I did because it's just going to be all kinked. So let's just do this. This one's gonna be a little smaller, because as you go up under towards the head, you want it smaller. So just imagine that I did this better. So we're gonna do that here. It really does look amazing. Thank you. Yeah, this is fun. I love this. So I actually drew a skeleton for Inktober. I did a chicken skeleton, which was really fun too. I love drawing. Drawing is my jam. So now let us fix this a bit. Yeah, see my oval's got a little wonky, but that's happens. Yeah, I'm not going to worry too much about it being perfect, but I'll know for next time. And this also got a little wobbly, so. Okay, so what to do to attach this? So we are going to, I guess, start just by doing this one end, because I know where that end should be. So if we do this end, it has to go maybe around, let's bend this straight up. So this one should be around, we need a little space before the back legs, so maybe around here. And the question is, how do I attach it? So I think I'm just gonna go through one of those vertebrae. I'm gonna take this, stick it through here. Yeah, just stick it right through there. That should be good. Just check the position. This is gonna be a little bunchy. Maybe the next one, just to be sure. Okay, let's stick it in the next one. There we go. Okay, let's do that. So now we're going to twist that around so it holds in place. So let's just go ahead and twist this one. These are in the way. We're gonna twist that one here. It's wiggling a bit, so you could also even go to the next one if you want to twist it in the next one. So, and if these were done slightly differently, it would look a little different. But I'm just gonna, sometimes it's better to attach things in two places, otherwise they get really wiggly. So if I just attach that through two of the vertebrae, I'm gonna cut that. I'm gonna take a sip. I think we're just gonna have time for the one thing today because it's almost been an hour. So 64 minutes ago, yeah, it's been an hour. So now this is the question of how to attach this. So this wire I think can go, I don't need that wire anymore. So I'm gonna cut that wire off. There we go, and I can use those for other projects. The head maybe is a little small, but there's not much we can do about that, except maybe we can like twist that a bit. I don't know. I'm not going to worry too much about those types of details for now. And then this one too, we're gonna probably attach that in 2 places so it stays good. So this one, we want the rib cage to go right up under there. So I'm gonna take this wire, bring it up through there, and let's just double check how it looks. Yeah, it's not, the rib cage isn't huge, on the dog, so I think this should be good. That should be pretty good. And hold this, bring this one around, and then to the back, I guess. We just really want to hold it in place, have it be a little bit discreet. Is that where I want to put it? Don't know that it really matters. I could also have gone to the back. Yeah, wherever it seems to sit well, you just decide, depending on how yours looks. So I am very curious if anybody is going to make one of these. So comment below if you're going to make a dog skeleton. I think the consensus is going to be a big no, but maybe if I simplify it, you might do it. So there's the rib cage, somewhat attached. This gets a little smaller and smaller there. We can try to straighten those out a little bit. And then this other piece, you don't really have to attach that one, but it's probably going to be more solid if we do. Let me see. Maybe we don't have to. Let me just remove that. Is it going to wiggle and wobble and stuff? You know what? I don't think we have to attach that side. I think it's going to be all right. Let me just see. I could, just to be sure. So let's take this. Let me just fix this one a little bit. Black. April says, wow, thank you. I like those kind of comments. Wows are the best. So now let's just take this. It's not super centered, but we could probably fix that a little bit. And let's try to bring this wire up and around. Okay, I just wish I remembered who asked me to make this. Might have been Amber, but now I don't remember. So we're gonna take this and just, yeah, if we attach it up here, it's gonna be maybe slightly more solid too. Although I don't know if you have to attach it. Ooh, it wiggled. It went off to one side. So let's try to fix that. Not sure why I did that. Let's get it back under there. Okay. Yeah, for some reason it kind of went off. It just moved around a little bit. So maybe we don't want to attach that one. You know what? I'm just going to clip that one off because it's giving me grief. So let's just cut that one off. And now the hard part. So the structure's all right, but are we going to get it to stand up? That's the question. And also I was wishing the face would be, the nose would be bigger, but it's on the picture. It's not that much bigger. Yeah, it's not too bad. So maybe the head could have been slightly bigger. And then how do you get it to stand? So we want it to be a little bit 3D. So we're going to spread the legs a little bit and then get this kind of going down here. They shouldn't be super wide. And then how do you get that? Like the feet should maybe be turned a little bit. So let's turn them a little bit. And this one too, we're gonna turn it a little bit. And these ones should be okay. I think they're all right. So the question is, how in the world are we gonna get it to stand? So let's spread these out a little bit. And that one straight down. So same here, out and straight down. Okay, now he's sitting. Oh, he's just gonna sit. That's kind of cute with sitting dog. Let's try to get him to stand. So let's bring you up, straighten your back, okay? And these legs, just somehow get them straight. And these ones we want to, you have to like look down the creature to see if everything's lined up. We do the same when we do our wedding cake toppers with the bikes and everything. You have to make sure everything is lined up. So you have to look at it from different angles to make sure that everything's lined up. And then now I'm finding the rib cage is pushed over to one side a little bit. I'm not sure why that happened. Rhonda, you're a beginner. I could definitely try to do a simplified version of this. This for sure when I do these live streams, it's very complicated at first, but I could simplify it. Now, if this is slipping around, but it's a sculpture, so don't worry too much about it. Just get it positioned how you want. You could always get a little piece of wire, like a little 24 gauge wire, and wind it around so it's gonna hold in place. But I think it's pretty good. I'll show Mark. Mark, look at my skeleton.
Oh, c'est beau.
Mark likes it. So he's sitting though. Now I gotta get him to stand up. So it's a dog, Mark. It's not a dinosaur.
Il y a trop de peau, c'est trop gratté, il n'y a plus de peau.
Oh, Mark, you're so mean.
Il y a les fous, c'est trop gratté.
I don't know if anyone speaks French, but if you do, you might get Mark's jokes. So there's our dog, guys. Super cute. So I'll put it on the side so you can see him. But that's it. So we're done. Nice song, Myrta. And Chonha, wonderful. Good job. Thank you. Awesome. So let me flip the screen so I can say goodbye to everybody. Thank you so much for hopping on. And I will just move this around. There we go. Perfect. So thanks guys so much. That was so much fun. And there's the doggy. There's doggy. And yeah, so I will put a very decent picture of this in the community section so you guys can see what it looks like. Thank you everybody for watching and your amazing comments. Oh, someone hopped in. Taryn, sorry, my eyesight isn't great now that I'm away from the screen. So thank you guys for watching the replay. If you're watching the replay, I will put a picture in the community section and in the Wire Makers Club. I'll try to draw out a little template for it, but I'll also try to do some simpler designs as well. A new video coming Saturday to do a cauldron out of wire. I've seen so many beautiful ones online, so I put my own spin on that design, doing lots of Halloween designs. And we will see you guys the next time. So have an amazing day and or night. Bye.